Hey, everybody, and welcome to Handle Her with Care podcast. I'm your host, April Marie, and I'm so excited that you decided to join me this morning. Happy Saturday.
Hey.
I just want to give a quick shout out. Thank you so much to 661 Creator Space, the place that where I record my podcast, the place that does it all, okay? From podcast recording to event space. This is the owner. She's amazing. And I'm just happy to be able to host my podcast here in this place that is so near and dear to my heart. I just want to say also thank you to my show sponsor at My Hair Honey. It's on Instagram, you guys, at My Hair Honey. We have growth oil bundles. It's summertime. Get your bundles, okay? Get you a bundle deal. Get you some growth oil and grow your hair while you're wearing your bundles throughout the summer, and then get with me for a press and curl in the fall. Okay, how does that sound? I love that. So hit us up on Instagram, please, and then we'll see you there for sure. Welcome back to the conversation, my friend.
Hey, I'm excited.
Yes, thank you for joining me. This is a very in-depth conversation about entrepreneurship, motherhood, and relationships.
Ooh.
Right? I know. So this topic is near to my heart because I've been a mother for 19 years. I have 2 sons and I'm divorced. I do date, right? I date. I'm looking for a date. I want dates, but it has not always been so promising thus far. And so I'm definitely at an interesting intersection in my life between entrepreneurship, dating, motherhood. I'm being pulled in so many different directions. So Tavia, what space are you currently in?
Yeah.
What's your intersection?
So I've been a mom for 24 years. Entrepreneur, going through a divorce.
Okay.
I think the last time I was on the show, I maybe hinted at it, but officially going through a divorce. 3 little ones still in the home.
Okay.
Leader. Figured out myself at this big old age. I think life is just, I'm in an evolution stage or pivoting stage, whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of where I'm at. And life is definitely different navigating divorce, entrepreneurship, motherhood,
Right.
and how all those things intersect and influence each other. So,
Right. Yeah. Influence each other for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true that like as entrepreneurs, we wear so many hats,
Yes.
right? So CEO, mom, provider, cook, house manager, house cleaner, okay? Emotional regulator, problem solver. So when do you get to just be you? I know. What kind of question?
I was like, what?
Right.
When do I? So this is new for me. Since going through a divorce, my kids are gone every weekend now. And I think this is the first time I've ever experienced, because I've been a mom. I got pregnant at 20, gave birth at 21 years old. So I've always had a kid,
Right.
for like a lot of years.
Yeah.
And so this is really like my first time of there's weekends in which I'm just by myself. And so I think that would be when I feel like myself. I think why I stutter with that is I'm also trying to figure out who I am at this stage.
Right.
And then, but if I'm being very truthful, because I was a mom fairly early on, but I'm the elder daughter.
Okay.
But in a very unique context, I have a special needs brother who's older, slightly older.
Okay.
And then at the same around the time I got pregnant, my mom also became ill. And so I then became a caretaker for my mom and my brother while being pregnant. And, so while I'm trying to figure out myself, I would honestly say this is the first time I get to go, who is Tavia? What does Tavia actually like? I think about that movie, Runaway Bride.
Yes.
And if you haven't seen the movie, this bride, she's been engaged, and
Julia Roberts, Richard Gere.
yes, and she always makes it to the wedding,
Yes.
but she runs away as she's getting ready to walk down the aisle.
Right.
And there's this particular scene where she talks. I think Richard Gere's character was like, "What's your favorite eggs?"
Yes.
And she basically, if every man she dated or was
Mhm.
getting married to, she would like her eggs the way he liked their
Yes.
eggs. And
Excellent.
so her and Richard Gere were supposed to get married, but she did the thing. She ran away. And of
Right.
course, she comes back later. And one of the things she says is, I like my eggs scrambled.
Right.
And that's a big thing because she finally figured out that she liked her eggs
Yes.
scrambled. And that's where I feel like I'm in my life. Up until this point, I'm 45 now. Everything has been, what does everybody else need? Like
Yes.
literally, since I was a little girl, I had a special needs brother growing up. So then I was always taking care of my brother.
Yeah.
So I don't think I ever really had a sense of self
Mm.
because it's what does Tavia need to do for her brother, for her mother, then being a parent. And then I was married twice. What I need to do for these partners?
Right.
So to be now, it's like, so to that question, it's like, wait, I don't know. I'm in the discovery phase of like, how do I like my ex? How do I like what do I really like these things? The
Mm-hmm.
goals I've been
Mm-hmm.
chasing my whole life up to this point. Do I actually want these things?
Yes.
Or were they things that I needed to do because I needed to achieve for the betterment of my family?
Right. Right. Right.
Like, do I actually like these things? Or did I
Right.
see them as ways for me to get up out the hood, to get up out of poverty? So that's where I'm at. So
Yeah.
the weekends that I don't have my children are the very quiet times where I get to sit with who are you?
Discovery.
Yeah, who are you? Um, and I mean, and sometimes it's a little, I won't say sad, but it's a little like, whoo, I got to 45 and now I have to ask the question, who am I?
Right.
It's a little daunting.
Yes.
And sometimes it is sad because you're like, it took to this point for me to go, oh, um, but I'm embracing the journey.
Yeah.
And I hope to come out of it with a better sense of self.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I think it takes a lot of bravery to do the work to find out what it is that you like, especially in those quiet moments when no one's there helping to shape. Well, okay, all right. Yeah, we can go to the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Well, let's go. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go for a walk. I know everyone has energy. Everyone has energy that they have to get out. Let me do this. Let me do that. Like, no, it's a still and it's a quiet moment for you to regroup and then now discover what you feel in your own body, what makes you happy. Does that actually make me laugh, or was I laughing because the room was laughing?
Yeah.
It's like that deep.
Yeah.
It's
it
been
really
that
is.
deep for me. I mean, like you, I was married once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm divorced, but I I have my two sons, 19 and 12. And so there's that. I've always been a people pleaser up until now.
Mm-hmm.
So if the room was warm, I would turn the air on, even if I was chilly, you know. And then I'm the eldest daughter. I have an older brother, but he's 2 years older. Shout out Michael. And my sister's 5 years younger than me, 6 years at some points of the year. And, I've always taken great care of her. And then I became a mother at 21 and a half or something like that. I'd be like, anyway, this math is shaky. How old are you again, boy?
Right.
But, and then I went into the people service industry.
Mm-hmm.
So then there's that, another back burner.
Yeah.
Where I put myself. And so I think now, I believe it was maybe 2 years ago, I was talking to my cousin Maisha, and she was saying that she's been keeping a journal about the things that she likes. So like, okay, people would ask her a question like, hey, Maisha, what's your favorite color? And she says she said, April, I almost had a nervous breakdown because I knew what I have been telling myself since I was a little girl.
Yeah.
Oh, let me just say purple for me. That's my favorite color. So I've been saying purple my whole life, but does purple really resonate with me? And she said, I wrote down the question and then I sat with that question for months. What is my favorite color? Maisha this one, this version, this kid-free, empty nester, this grown woman, this, because she's been like a traveling nomad businesswoman. She'd just be on her laptop by the beach with her feet in the sand, making money.
Yes.
I'm not mad.
No.
Go, Maisha. And she was like, girl, I had to write. So I wrote down my new favorite color. And then what's your favorite food? Well, it used to be this. And now, and so I took that.
Yeah.
I took that and I have an open note in my notes in my phone. And because there were so many things about myself that I'm used to compromising on.
Yeah.
So like heavily compromising, just like the eggs. And to me, just like your analogy was perfect, because that's exactly where I've been, and I'm still in that space of what do you really want?
Yeah.
What do you like? Without somebody telling you, directing you, or you having to compromise on.
Yeah.
What's your thing?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I feel that.
So you shared that you're in a service industry, right?
Yeah.
I went into essentially like a caretaking industry, social services. So supporting families.
Right.
So then I was raised and groomed to take care of people. And then I went into a profession to take care of people. And I'm gonna bring up two things. One, my catalyst was my mom's passing.
Okay.
So then it became one. I guess I never thought there was going to be a day in which she wasn't going to be there, and I would not have to take care of her anymore. Right. So then that really shook everything. It shattered the perception of my life of like, well, what am I doing? What's going on? And then, and so that's where I had to start unraveling everything. And I have an amazing therapist. And so it's been a journey to unravel everything I thought I knew and really sit with those things. And then I just want to say, but motherhood really pushes up against that because my kids are vocal about like now that I'm doing things different and doing things for myself. Quite honestly, my kids don't like it. They're just kind of like, well, why aren't you doing this? Because I don't want to.
Right.
Well, you should do this. I don't want to. Like I have to tell my kids, stop bullying me.
Right.
I don't want to do this. But I don't want to do this. And then I also realized how much, I switched everything up to accommodate my children.
Yes.
Right. And now I have to push back against them and really like
take your life back.
Right. And speak up for myself and say, I don't like this. I don't want to do this. You're not going to bully me to do the things you want to do because that's what makes you happy. It doesn't make me happy. And so it's been somewhat of a hard transition for them because they're so used to how much I used to bend over backwards.
Right.
And do the thing to just kind of make everybody else happy, even though it literally would cause me a significant amount of stress.
Stress and pain.
Yeah.
That's why, and this is it's kind of a fun analogy, but I always say I was not a young Disneyland mom. I'm not taking kids to Disneyland. I'm just not doing it. Disneyland, Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm, water park. I really don't care. I'm not going anywhere that's going to cause me stress. When I was a little girl, because I have always been responsible. My mother did raise me to be very accommodating for the space around me and be considerate of everyone and all of the things. And so I embodied all of that. Yeah. And so even when I was young and we would be at these places and I would be looking at my parents unhappy, right, waiting in these long lines. It's hot. Dad never seemed comfortable. Mom never seemed comfortable. Stroller, diaper bags, 2 and 3 falling off the stroller. Yep. Stephanie in the stroller. Me and Michael walking, lagging. It's hot. Everybody wants a snack from everywhere.
Right.
It always felt like this is not the life I'm ever going to, don't ask. So when my kids got old enough, take them to Disneyland. You going to take them to Disney? No, you're not going to freaking bully me into taking my kids somewhere where you're not going to freaking be there to help me. You're not going to get behind me with this stroller. You're not going to carry Carter, Caleb, nobody. I'm going to have to stomach this, right? And now as a single mother, this burden of dragging kids through the happiest place on earth while I'm unhappy.
Facts.
I spent
Super
money
facts.
to get up in here, a lot of money
Mm-hmm.
to get up in here. And then you're ready to leave and go take a nap at 1:00 because you're so sleepy and you're so hungry and you've
Mm-hmm.
eaten your way through Disneyland. I want that. And then if you don't get it, now you're crying. Why do I have to pop you and tell you, didn't I tell you don't ask me for nothing? I don't want to do none of this. This is not fun.
Right.
I don't want to do that. This is not fun. I'm not doing it. So I made a promise to myself and I didn't bend on that. So I think they had gone to Disneyland maybe once or twice before with like daycare,
Mm-hmm.
day camp, summer camp, whatever. Great. Have fun. I think I went to one and I was pregnant with Carter and I went off and did my own thing. I took my dad with me
Mm-hmm.
and we just went off and walked off, did our own thing. Cause I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm
Right.
not doing it. And so now I just said, and I actually told my ex-husband, I was like, hey, I'm taking the kids to Disneyland probably next month or something like that. We're just going to go freaking dominate like gangsters. Like we're getting front of the line passes because we can go now. Like,
Right.
lace your sneakers up. Okay, yeah, y'all want this? Okay, you go get a turkey leg. I'm going to go get a pickle. You get a tea and we're going to meet in the middle, eat it up, and then we're going to keep running.
Exactly.
And that to me is like the full vibe of like amusement. Why do I have to take the back seat on the happiness? Why does my happiness have to be sacrificed for your quote unquote enjoyment? And really, you won't even enjoy it.
Exactly. When it comes to like the amusement park, and as you were sharing your story, because I've taken my kids, by the time they were 10, they've gone to Legoland, Knott's Berry Farm, Magic Mountain, Disneyland, Disney World. And no, I don't like it. It's not fun,
It's not
at
fun.
all. It's very tiring.
Very.
And gosh, and I could see I love my children.
Sure.
I would do anything for my children, but that's also kind of part of the problem.
Right.
I always feel obligated to do things for them, to be a good mom,
Right.
because I also feel like society bullies us into doing all these things.
Listen.
When it's not always the best thing for us to do.
No.
And so, our last amusement park, we went to Disney World essentially for 7 days. Not only was it super expensive, I'm thankful I had the money to do that. It's 5 parks. They're not close to each other. Okay. So traveling to all the parks, and there's a lot of people and there's a lot of money and everybody's asking for something. I wouldn't necessarily do it again. I'm glad we got the memories, but you're right. It's just like there's always these expectations. Are you going to take them there?
Yeah.
But no one wants to say the real thing. No one wants to be as transparent and honest. Like, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
It's not enjoyable for us as the parents. It's hot. It's muggy. The kids sometimes can't, depending on their age, can't manage their emotions because sometimes it could be very overstimulating, or it's a lot of walking. It's a whole lot of things. I really appreciate you being like the parent that's being honest about the thing, because there's so many parents that will lead you down the path of misery,
of destruction,
because they were forced to do it.
Yes.
Whether they knew they were being forced, but there is this expectation
Yes.
that you're going to do the thing for your kid.
Absolutely.
Well, why wouldn't you have a big birthday party for them?
Right.
Even if you don't have the money for a big birthday party. What's their first birthday?
Right.
You should, but maybe I don't have the money actually for this. But thank you for like making me feel bad,
or trying to.
Yeah.
I've had those conversations. People say all the time, "Oh, you're getting a new car? I know you're gonna get probably like a Mercedes or like something like that." I said, "Oh, I don't know what you're saying." "Oh, no, I don't. I'm not getting a Mercedes. I drive a Ford and I'm going to get another Ford. And then when I'm ready for luxury, like probably when Carter graduates, because he's 8th grade, right? This is still none of your business.
Right.
Let's say that. It's really none of your business. But
okay, Salt and
for
Pepper.
the moment, I know, right? Here, Monifa come. That was supposed to be my name, Monifa. My parents were supposed to name me that, but they went to April because they said I looked like spring when I was born. Thank you, guys. I love that, and it makes me feel beautiful.
And oh my gosh, that is you. You're like spring.
Until Monifa shows
Y'all,
up.
if you have never seen that character come out.
And here's the other side of it. What I'm learning is that Monifa, is actually a really big part of my actual personality. So that I've discovered and accepted. My dad used to say that the ghetto be weaving in and out. He would be like, "Girl, where'd she come from?" But the truth of the matter is, it's like that's the side of me that I don't play. But
Mm-hmm.
I used to kind of like kind of separate the two.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, it's just no. It's like I'm gonna speak to you with the same respect, but when I'm trying to tell you something, or we have
Mm-hmm.
something going on, or it's something needs to be a little more passionate,
Yeah.
here come Monifa.
Yeah.
So hey everybody, welcome to Handle Her with Care podcast. I'm your host, April Marie / Monifa, and today we're gonna get real.
That's
Okay,
funny that you say that. My mom used to call me Tabitha.
see.
She said when I was not about that life, Tabitha would come out. And so she would say, am I getting Tavia or Tabitha today?
Yeah.
I would just look at her like, well, it depends on what you're going to say to
It
me.
depends on
Because,
who's asking.
yeah.
Come knocking. If
Mm-hmm.
you bamming on my door, you're gonna get Moni.
Yeah, you're going to get
Period.
Tabitha.
Yeah. If you knock nicely, you're gonna get April Marie.
I
And
don't know where she came up with Tabitha, but
it's
Tabitha,
good.
yeah.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just feel like, you know, like, yeah, I don't know what I was saying when Monifa came out, but
See?
who knows? But it is the truth that I've had to make so many. Oh, with the Mercedes thing,
Yeah.
that I've had to. I have to say, Carter going to be transitioning into high school. We don't know if he's going to go private. We don't know if he's going to. So I have expenses that are heavy, and I refuse
Right?
to sacrifice my travel schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to sacrifice all the things for a car payment
Girl, because them car
and
payments.
a issue with you got to replace this, you got to replace that, and on a Mercedes or a German car, foreign
Mm-mm.
car, really, if it's not like a China made or whatever, you're gonna have a hefty bill. I'm not interested in that.
No.
And I want to be able to throw them basketballs, them kids, not my kids, but my kid and his friends, because I only have one kid left.
Mm-hmm.
My older son is grown. Throw them in the back with their gear. We
Yep.
run into the mall. We going to the park. We doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to save my luxury moment for when I'm feeling luxurious. Right now, I'm in the heat of
Yeah.
still raising children, right? Which is a sacrifice that I'm making so that I can still have, like I said, my travel schedule.
Yeah.
So I can still do the spa on occasion, the things that I really, really need to restore April. Those are the things that I'm focusing my concentrating my funds on. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Listen. Okay. Now, all right, moving forward. So people celebrate the women who can do it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to clap for you.
Yeah.
But very few people ask her
Mm-hmm.
what it's costing her. Then, who are you when everyone stops needing something from you?
Gosh, April,
I know.
these no, I get so many pats on the back, high fives. Oh my gosh, girl, you just do it all. You just make it look so easy. Oh, big dog, big
Don't
bank,
say that.
all
Don't say
the
that.
things, right? Um, and I don't think I've ever been asked. I do get asked, well, how do you do it all?
Right.
And I'm like, well, do you really want to know? Because sometimes I wake up at 2 a.m. and I will be working from 2
Yes.
a.m. to 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Then I'll take an hour nap
Mm-hmm.
and then get back up and transition into motherhood,
Right.
you
Right.
know, or I'm going to bed at 11 p.m. or 12 p.m., and sometimes I am still turning around and getting back up at 2. Everyone loves all the things. And that's actually my new thing that I've been saying, started to say a lot vocal. People love the things that I could do. They love all the wow factor things that I do, but I don't think anyone who actually knows me knows me.
Right.
They just know what I can do.
Right.
No one asks anything beyond what I am capable of doing. And it's very frustrating. I'm even evaluating what can I do differently so that people stop engaging me based on my performance.
Oh, wow.
Like
I
I'm
love
tired
that.
of
I love that.
yes, I do. I do some great ass shit. I do some big shit.
Big
I move
disgusting.
mountains.
Just
Okay, I
out
do it
here.
all.
Absolutely.
But do you know Tavia?
Right.
Right. Do you really know Tavia? Oh well, we and you list all the things
That I do, but who am I?
Who am I? You don't know because you haven't even asked.
Right.
And to be honest, I don't think there's too many people in my life who actually know who I am.
I know.
And from family, friends, associates, like it's across the board. And in this period in this transitional season, I have to be honest with myself about the associations I have with people. Maybe you're not actually a friend.
Right.
Maybe you're just an associate.
I've absolutely had that.
I have created distance. And I've also told people directly, like, I'm really tired of just being known for the things. No one's asking me the real questions of like, who are you? What do you enjoy? In fact, I had a conversation with someone fairly recently, and I had to call them out. And it was my first time ever in my life doing this.
Yeah.
And it just got to a point where I was physically getting sick because I'm like, I don't think you actually see me. I think all you're seeing is all the cool shit I get to do and all the cool shit I do. But you're not. And I had to tell them, like, when you ask me or, make reference to like, how's tennis? Not how are you doing with the kids and the divorce that's going on? Like the real thing.
Right.
It's how's that grant you're working on, that research project you're working on, when you're going to Sacramento.
Shallow interaction.
And it's like, I tell you about the
nothing
other
to do
stuff.
with me. That has nothing to do with me.
Right.
Right.
And once I finally did it, it was so freeing. But now I'm like, I got to go do that to everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to your point, I don't think there's anyone who actually knows me. I don't even think my kids know me.
No, they don't.
Okay, they don't, because I don't think I knew my mother fully.
Right. That's a whole nother.
I didn't know my mother
topic.
fully, and I share with people. It was almost like once she passed, the moment she took her last breath, I feel like God gave me an instant download on who she was. And then I could replay back all the times in my life where I'm like, oh, I got that wrong.
Wow.
I got that wrong. I thought, oh man, I got that wrong. And that softened my heart because we didn't always have the best relationship.
Yeah.
But in those times, I actually see now, like, actually, it was you, Tavia. You was the problem. It's me.
Right.
I'm the problem.
Right.
Oh, wow. That was me.
Right.
But so, of course, my kids don't know. So it's really hard right now because for someone who has people always around.
Right.
No, you actually don't know me.
Yeah.
And I even start to have more conversation. I recorded a podcast about asking yourself, when these people are around you, how do you feel?
Right.
And if you're not feeling good, the energy is zapped, they actually add no value to your life.
Yes.
Then maybe it's time to no longer have them in your life, or you just put them where they need to be put.
Right.
And so, and then as someone who's perceived in the public as very heavily resourced, meaning like I have the things that everyone loves, the things, I've started to just say no to everything. I don't even ask for my phone anymore.
Right.
Because first off, you're probably only calling me or texting me because you want something. So now I don't answer my phone. Like literally,
it's a lonely space.
Yeah.
I know. Not to cut you off. Did I cut you off?
No, go ahead.
Okay. It's a very lonely space. I not only relate. I'm standing in your shoes. I am a businesswoman, but then I'm also resourced in a lot of different ways than you are, right? And then I have a very heavy clientele, and so people always say like, "Oh, I know you have so many friends," and I'm like, "No, I don't. I do not." Everyone's like, "Oh, you're always but you're always with your sister. You have so many friends." I'm like, "Yeah, I trust my sister. She's actually my friend, and she's actually, someone." But I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah,
I don't have people that I can call and depend on that also will understand anything about. They don't know me. Yeah. When people call me, they're calling me for a hair appointment. They're calling me for advice. They're calling me for a phone number. They're calling me for information on a recipe, a gardening tip. They're calling me for, and that's a new one because I just started. Yes, extracting.
Very extractive.
Yes, and I have rarely had like friendships where we reciprocate love, information, resources
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
I rarely have that. I barely do.
Yep.
And so I can count with probably 3 fingers on one hand, probably 3 fingers, actual friendships.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not to take away. Everybody thinks they're my friend. And I don't care. I let them because it's okay. But I don't have, and I probably am everybody's friend.
Yeah.
But I don't have that same friendship with you. And it's not that I've done anything, is that you're not a reciprocator.
Yes.
So I know that you're feeling friendly as you're dumping on me, or you're sharing with me, or you're asking me, because I'm like, hey girl, like, hey, okay, how's everything? How the kids? First question, I already know. You're out of here.
Right.
Don't ask me about them kids and you ain't asked me about me. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And then the next question, hey, I was just thinking, okay, you're automatically coming for something. That's okay, because I will answer, and I have you in a category. I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I'm teaching my younger son about the categories of friendships.
Yep.
Right? You have your acquaintances, put them in. My friend Levance, shout out to you, Levance, LV, baby. He taught me this because he would be like, no, they're just a 3. And I'm like, what's a 3? And he's like, that's like not a friend. That's not even an acquaintance.
Yeah.
That's someone that you know.
Right.
And you're still kind to them because we're kind to people,
Right.
treat others as you would like to be treated, and all of that. So there are 3.
Yeah.
And then you have your 2s, which are people that are acquaintances that you know, and you know them well, and it's fine. And then they know things about you, but you're not integrated into each other's lives. And then there's your 1s.
Yeah.
And those are your 1s. Those are the people that you keep close and that you have a reciprocal relationship and you share things with, and you both can thrive and value each other within relationship.
Yeah.
And so I think that I've had to really embrace that concept and use it. And so I've also taught my kids to know me
Right.
on a deeper level, because I really felt like with my parents, I know them, but those little dark moments, the little where you want to shine the light, but they're like, don't look over here. Did you see that? Oh shoot, sorry, Mom. You don't want me to see the darkness? Okay. And so, but I be like, give me this big old light.
Yeah.
Caleb, Carter, y'all see it? It's ugly, huh? It's dark down that road.
Yeah.
We're going to shine the light so that you don't make similar mistakes,
Yes.
so that you can also feel like when I'm gone, oh, my mama she was crazy about, she loved her some men. Now, we never met the men, but I know my mama was a fast tail, and that's why we was always telling her to sit her fast tail down.
Right.
Like, I want you to know me, because
Yes.
what is the purpose
Yeah.
if this is a facade with the people that are supposed to be my people? My children are supposed to be my people.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
a part of me.
Yeah.
My friends and people that are close to me, they're supposed to be within arm's reach distance. They're my 1s.
Yeah.
And if I have to put on a facade, be fake, if I can't share authentically, if I have to put on this fake smile, that's why I said, I'm not doing the things I don't freaking want to do. And now at 41, you finna learn exactly who I am, exactly what I want,
Yeah.
exactly the things that I desire,
Yeah.
big picture. No, you're not going to waste my money, Carter. No, Caleb,
Right.
No, let's make a good decision on this, and we're going to stick to it.
Yes.
My mom is direct. My mom is to the point, but she's so much fun.
Right.
And she's so much this, and this is her passion.
Yeah.
I want you to know me.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, there's something so profound about being known for the true authenticity of who we are.
Yes. As you were sharing, I can't remember what female entrepreneur said this. I think I left you a voice note about it. I think because you brought up a good point. There's so many people who call us for something. Like, there's always an extraction of something, and people are not returning or reciprocating anything. And there will be people who are watching this who will feel like, but that's not what friendship is about. Listen, you have to be able to give something back to the relationship.
Yes.
I'm becoming very, very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you do not add any value, and sometimes it's monetary, like, as someone who now no longer has a mom, and my mom was someone who, thick, thin, bad, good, and different, I could be like, Mommy, I didn't hit a hard spot. Can
Right.
you? I might hear a lecture. She
Right.
might tell me 50 million different ways. Didn't I tell you? And
Did
I'll be
not
like,
tell
Yes,
you.
Mommy, I know.
Right.
But I still need the help. As someone who no longer has that
That resource.
that resource,
Right.
if you are constantly asking me for something
Mm-hmm.
and you ain't giving me nothing back, you will no longer be around very much often.
No.
I will start ignoring your phone calls and your text messages.
Have to.
It is important, I think, as we get over, and I actually want my kids to know this a lot earlier. We should not be afraid to expect things back from people.
Right.
We should not.
Right.
Now, and I'm not saying people should be giving you money.
No.
But if I can't rely on you in
Right.
such a way, you either gonna help me fundraise, you're gonna be like, girl, I'll collect some cans. We're
Right.
if you cannot help me in any capacity, then you really don't need to be in my life, because I can help you.
Right.
I can help out a whole lot of people.
And you ask me for it. You not only can I help you, but you're asking me for help all the time.
All the time.
Mhm.
So I think I just want to put that out there, because there will be people who are like, but as friends, no, but that's how people keep getting used. This is how
Yes.
we keep everything surface level. It's not, it's extractive.
It is.
Stop.
It's transactional.
It's transactional.
Stop.
And then, but the businesswoman, she said, because as business women,
Yes.
I know I do get asked, can we collaborate? Can you introduce me to someone who has X, Y, and Z? And she said, I think it was Emma Grede, and I know everybody, I don't know if the people watching her know who Emma Grede is, but
Mhm.
I actually like her because she takes the femininity out of business.
Out of business.
Because
She
I think
does.
sometimes it hinders us, because she said someone asked her, another woman was like, hey, can you introduce me to so and so and so and so? And she got offended. Like, so you're just making the assumption because I'm a woman, you're a woman, I should automatically introduce you to people about a potential business deal you want to execute.
Right.
Now, oftentimes we've been conditioned to be like, we're friends, or we're women, let's empower women, and we are expected to just hand over the resource.
Right.
Hand over the resource. She was like, nah, this is a business. What's transactional? This is transactional. So if I give you this, what can I expect in return? And so I think that needs to be noted as business women. Stop. For anybody who knows me and you are watching this and you about to get your feelings hurt, then that's just going to be what it's going to be.
Okay.
Don't come and ask me for nothing if you're not offering me anything.
Right.
You might want to meet my funders. You want to fundraise. You want to use the 661 creator space. What are you offering me? Because once again, you're taking something. Everything you see I have requires something to maintain.
Yes.
So you should be, if you want to ask me for something, you should be offering me something. That's business. And so don't be confused for if we are friends.
Right.
This is still business.
It's still
business.
And
so I think any woman entrepreneur needs to understand everything in that regards is a transaction.
Yeah.
And we need to stop giving away things, or women need to stop expecting because we're women.
Right.
We should just be willing to help.
Right.
Like,
It's
you're
the
not
sisterhood.
You're not going to Chad doing
Right.
it. You're not going to Tyrone. And it's no. What are you giving? What are you offering back in this transactional business resource that you want from me?
Yeah.
So.
Great point.
Yeah.
Great point. So true. You know, I think that. So, I think sometimes when I'm listening to Emma, I just, like Cam, like we talked about off camera, like Cam Newton, I have to accept her for her greatness. I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
So I listen, because who doesn't listen to someone who is so powerful, right? In the sense of she's built this life for herself.
What she's built, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have nothing to say. Do I always like her delivery? Probably not. But it doesn't matter, right? That's what Tyler Perry taught me. He said that Spike Lee doesn't care for him. He was like, Spike Lee doesn't like me. He was like, for whatever reason, he just has a disdain for me, whether it's Medea, whether it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Spike, he don't vibe with me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but I don't care. If Spike had a class,
you would be.
I'm signing up and I'm going. If I don't have my teachers and instructors, my coaches don't have to like me for me to learn from them. Mm-hmm. And I said, I get it applied. And I tell my kids the same thing. It's like, I don't think my teacher like. I said,
Shoot,
teacher,
right?
your teacher don't like you.
She ain't supposed
No
to,
problem.
right?
It doesn't
in
matter.
a sense, right?
Yeah, she should like you because you're a lovable person
But
and you're kind and you're a good student. However,
you don't
have to. They don't have to like you. I'm not making them like you. I'm not writing a letter. I'm not coming up there. You'll be fine.
You'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Emma Green said that too. She said you don't have to like people to be in business with them.
Hello.
If they actually have a smart business and all the things and they can work, then why do you need to like them?
Absolutely.
This is business.
This is business.
I was like, yes, it's business. I don't have to like you. But if the business makes sense, why would I not?
Right.
Like, again, we sometimes equate business to like we need to be all friends.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to all be friends.
No.
And just likewise, just because we're friends, don't mean I need to be in business with
and
you.
even if you are friends in business, which it can be a thing,
yeah,
then and which I've done it. I've done it successfully, and I continue to do it. And I love that I'm able to partner with other Black women that don't even have to be like-minded in the sense, but have to be the same goal, right? But I've been able to do it, and I think that it's because we have been friends, but there's a line when it comes to business, and we're able to be honest. I think that sometimes when you have friendships, you feel like you have to just like the eggs. Well, Courtney, that was one of my business partners. She likes her eggs scrambled with cheese. I'll take mine the same. Hey, Court, I know that's how you like your eggs, and I'm making for you like that, but I need you to boil mine.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then we're just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
So you're going to eat them how you eat them. I'm going to eat them how I eat them. And that's why we have been able to be good cop, bad cop, good cop, flip-flop that thing. I'm like, I don't know. You got to go ask daddy. She daddy today. I'm daddy tomorrow. Because we know our roles. We're able to operate that way. So it is possible when you know your role and you stay in that lane.
I think also, just thinking about you all, because you all are an amazing team. I think you guys both had skin in the game too.
Yeah.
And I think that's why friendship and business can work. It's mutually, as we say in the church, equally yoked.
Yes. Yes.
You both are clear on what the work is. You are both have the same level of risk.
Right.
You have this, you have the same hustle and grit. I've been guilty in the past. So honestly, I'm speaking from a place of just a whole lot of lived experience going, oh, that didn't work.
Absolutely.
And let me jot this down. Let me save a mental note. This does not work, so don't do this anymore.
Right.
That, collaboration, business partnership, all the things, don't go into it unequally yoked.
Right.
Like, don't do it.
You can't.
I would even say, because I used to say, maybe I have the money and you have more time. I would say at some point that even becomes an issue. Okay, especially if you constantly always need money.
Right.
Okay, because that time ain't going to pay for none of the bills getting taken care of. So I think to your point and how amazing it probably was, is that you guys both had skin in the game. It wasn't unequally yoked. You agreed and you're willing to be honest about the thing. You didn't like sugarcoat or tap dance around the things. And it was business.
Absolutely.
And you understood that it was business.
Absolutely. It is business. I completely understand and agree with everything that you just said. And brings me to my next question, because this kind of made me chuckle when I read it. Have you ever cried, not because you wanted to quit, but because you were tired of always having to figure it out?
The question should really be, when am I not crying?
Okay.
Because I always have to figure it out.
Right.
And man, it's a deep, cry.
You actually cry.
I actually cry because it's like one more thing, one more thing, one more thing.
Right.
And then it goes back to our other conversation, then what's the point of having all these people in your life? And if I have to always figure it out, and no one can help you. No one. I start telling my friends or the people that I trust enough or that I value, when they express something going on in their life, I don't always have everything, no matter how much people want to equate the things they see to assuming I always have something. I always let people know this is what I can do. This is what I have to offer, because I don't like my friends to tell me about an issue and I not be like, well, this is what I could do
Able
to
to help.
help
Right,
with.
right,
So,
right.
because
Yes, you
like,
are
what's the
like
point?
that.
Like, why? I mean, yeah, you're venting or you're sharing your concern, but I always feel like, well, what can I
Solution
do?
driven.
Yeah, what can I do to help? Like, well, I don't want. No one wants to. I don't know. I guess I'm like I want to be a resource to those. I can't always write a check.
No.
But I'm like, I have time. I have the thing. I could give you the thing,
Right.
or I could sit with you and just listen. But what is the point of having all these people if no one
No one can help.
can help? Then you don't need to be in my life.
Right. Definitely not
Let me look at
taking
the
up
camera.
space.
You don't need to be in my life
Yeah.
if you can't offer anything.
Anything. And so I don't call people just to vent. It's always coming. It has to come to a solution.
Mm-hmm.
And if I know that I cannot vent to you, and not that I need you to solution for me, but
Right.
even if just by talking it through, because you have enough skin in your own game, and you have enough
Right.
what's the word, experience
Mm-hmm.
in something that I'm dealing with or doing, that you can offer something of value to the thing that I'm talking about, or even just understanding
Mm-hmm.
the thing that I'm talking about,
Oh,
then
yeah.
I won't be calling. And what I can do, what I know I can do, is I can always depend on myself, which is frustrating. But at the end of the day, after I've sat in stillness,
Mm-hmm.
after I've sat in quiet,
Mm-hmm.
after I've, even if I'm working, right, at the shampoo bowl is my moment. I be praying it when I'm shampooing hair, which I think that's why my clients' hair be growing, because I be in my
Hey.
prayer corner
Okay,
while
I need
I'm
you to pray extra
shampooing
hard when
every.
you wash my hair again. Like, even extra something.
No
Okay?
problem. I got you. I generally zone out. It's one of my favorite services to
Mhm.
render is a good shampoo. And I think that that's literally, I don't know what happens, but I just be having my moments then. And so a lot of epiphanies and moments come to me during the shampoo.
Mm.
Yes, to the point where now I don't even trip. I take my phone in there because I know I'm going to be working, but I'll free up one hand while I'm doing something, and then I'll tap the note and I'll just speak into the notes so that I can, because it's like I'm getting something.
Right, you're downloading.
I'm downloading, and I gotta put this out, because I gotta. This is the answer to this question. This is it. So, yeah. To answer the question as well, I don't cry.
Oh, I do.
I wish I did. And sometimes I'll be like sitting there and I'll be like, come on, emotions. Come on, tears. Because I want to express that way, but it doesn't come that way. I don't know.
Well, and I'm gonna give context. So up until 2 years ago, I really didn't express any emotion.
Okay.
None.
Okay.
Okay. I was not a very emotional person.
Right.
Period.
Okay.
Or even when I was emotional, I would only do it when I was by myself. Okay. So now I feel like, again, the catalyst being my mom's passing, I do feel like I'm way more in touch with my feelings.
Okay.
So that is why I cry now. But up until 2 years ago, I literally would have I would just didn't have any expression. I'd be like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I remember I had a therapist who was like, you do know
Right.
you have no affect, as you're telling me some very horrendous
things.
And
Wow.
I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I've come a long way.
Come a long way.
Come a long
High
way.
five to that.
Yay.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I actually genuinely cry, where I'm just like, this is,
it's too heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Right.
And, that actually becomes my keyword. I am tired. And when I say I'm tired, it's not just the physical tired. I'm like,
it's all of it.
Tired. And, and I'm like, I literally be like, is this life?
Yeah.
Is this life? Like, this can't be life.
Mm-mm.
This can't be it.
Yes. So what I've been careful to say, because I'm big on what we say, when I'm doing things that bring me joy, right? Traveling or just off for the day, walking around the house, doing little things, and my brain just goes on do not disturb. My brain, not my phone, okay? Because it's always disturbing me. But when I allow my brain to kind of zone out, if I'm gardening or if I'm cleaning or if I'm just standing on the porch looking out, okay, I'm like, I'm careful and I say, this is life.
Yeah.
In those moments,
In those
those the
moments.
only times that I profess that this is living. This is what I want. This is the moment. Oh, I love this for me. This is everything. This is living. When I'm on vacation and I'm like, oh no, I'm not on vacation. I'm living. And this is how I will be living my life full time, and then work or creative. That's what I'm learning not to say work.
Yeah.
My creative times will be the options, or those will be the moments where I
Yeah.
downshift to go back in to see what's going on in my company. And then I pull out, go
Yeah.
back into neutral, because this is living.
Yeah.
And so I'm just careful with those words because it's true that society and pressure and business and having to be head of household, mommy, ex-wife, wife, all the
All the
things
things.
are going to keep you in the space of first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and you just at the highest gear, just revving hot. Like, it's going to keep you there. But no. I'm downshifting. I'm going neutral I'm on all y'all. And I'm just going to float through, because that is living. It's not the grind. It's not. And so I have not experienced it as much as I would like, but moving forward, that is where I reside, is in the living. And that is experiencing the things.
And thank you for sharing that. It really had me thinking, because you're right. And then sometimes I have to take myself out of this situation, because truth of the matter is I have a beautiful life.
Yes.
Actually, I have designed my life
Come on.
for how I want to live it. I have amazing hobbies.
Yes,
I
you
learned
do.
Spanish.
She
I have Spanish
does.
lessons, private Spanish lessons,
Yes.
private French lessons,
Yes.
piano lessons, violin lessons, flute lessons. I play tennis. I get to play my favorite sport 3 times per week, working
Yes.
with a coach. I don't take meetings until after 10 a.m.
Amen.
I have a whole maker's lab where I get to just be creative and make whatever I want.
Yes.
I founded a nonprofit organization doing the type of work that is my zone of genius. Okay. I have my 3 children, they're homeschooled, and I get to pour into them so that they know that they have the ability to do anything they want to do. Yes.
It makes me giddy.
Okay. I have a life that I designed.
Absolutely.
I have a pool in my backyard. Whether I swim in it or not, it don't matter. I have waterfalls, so I open up the windows just to hear the waterfalls.
Right.
I have a home gym that I designed. I have the life of the physical things, the mental. I have everything that I want, right?
Yes.
It's just in those moments where, because being a business owner, being the head of household, being all those things do take its toll.
Yes.
But then I also I cry, and then I have to remind myself, I'm heavily resourced. I'm spiritually loved. I have faith. My mother bestowed upon me a deep faith in God. And I recently had to ask my Spanish teacher, man, I got a great Spanish teacher. My Spanish teacher had to remind me, like, no, you have this unwavering faith. It sounds like you need to just get back. You need to tap back into your faith. And so,
did she say it in Spanish?
she did both, because she likes to do
It
that,
sounds
right?
like it would be beautiful in Spanish.
And so, just like I'm blessed. I'm tremendously blessed.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to redirect and remind myself how blessed I am.
Right.
Even when things get hard, it's like in the last, I would say 40 days, I realized I made a mistake that essentially has cost me $150,000. Let's sit with that for a minute. Now, let me tell you what the mistake is.
Okay.
Trusting people.
Yeah.
That was the mistake.
That's a hard one.
It is. Trusting a friend.
Right.
Now, I don't know about you, but 150 is still a lot of money, I think,
Are you kidding?
to lose.
Are you're not talking about $1.50?
No, $150,000 to lose.
150K. Right.
Okay.
No. That is a extremely substantial
Right.
amount.
I would call them out.
No, we're not doing that. Handle her.
I don't want to handle her with care. Okay, so $150,000 mistake, right? And although the shock of it was very jarring, like, oh my God.
Right.
But then it was like, but you are skilled and resourced. You can make this back and then some.
Sure.
So I think sometimes when we getting that, I mean, we're deeply blessed
Yes.
because we're highly skilled
Yes.
and highly resourced in one way or another.
Right.
Very resilient.
Yeah.
We know how to bet on ourselves, double down on that bet, triple down on that bet. And we
Yes.
know how to get in the focus and get in our zone.
Yes.
And honestly, I feel sorry for people who aren't like us. Because you know that old saying, make $1 out of 15 cents. Like, we would say that in a song, right? Like
Yeah.
kid
$1
saying,
and a nickel.
right?
Okay.
But the reality is, like, how many people can produce something out of nothing?
Baby. When I say that, I keep saying that God has blessed me to be able to produce wealth from the works of my hands.
Yes.
Literally everything that I've done from my head, I speak it out right out the plan, and then I pull it through out of my hands.
Yes.
That is a God-given talent.
Yes.
Because so many people sit with the idea and they never act. I was just actually talking to my mom about that. She said, well, I come up with the ideas, but I'm not a doer that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yes, you are, mommy. You are that.
Yeah.
You will tell me, you know what you should do? And I'm like, don't tell me. Because I'm a doer,
Right.
I can't hear it, especially if it's viable, and not do it.
I know.
Yeah.
We execute,
We
baby.
execute. So that was piggybacking on what you were saying, and I'm sorry for interrupting, but go ahead. What you were saying.
But so that helps me come out of those funks. Because I'm like, the truth of the matter is everybody doesn't have what we have.
Yes.
And I think, and I've been realizing that my capacity to do and be more is also a gift from God.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I can do all the things now.
Through Christ,
tired.
who strengthens me.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me go put that back on my wall. I used to have that on my wall as a kid. I mean, I get tired, but I still have the capacity to do more, to be more.
Yes.
It's almost like a never-ending well of opportunity.
Right.
And so that's always helpful. But I'm starting to see that more as a gift because I would go to my mom's house and be like, Mommy, why do I have to be the one and do all the things? And she was like, because God made you that way. And you got to do what you got to do.
Come on, Mommy.
And I think I posted this on Instagram because I would go to her and I would be just tired to my soul and I would be on the verge of tears, and my mom would get nervous, like if she about to cry. I remember these are my very non-emotional years. She's like, it must be really rough.
Serious,
and so she would be like, baby, just take a nap. And so I'd go to sleep and I would wake up and I would hear her still praying.
Wow.
And I used to be frustrated because I'm like, I don't want the capacity. Now I'm like, okay, I obviously have a job to do.
Yeah.
I am here to serve a purpose in this world, and it is through my God-given gifts and talents. All the things that people see that I'm capable of doing, it is truly from God. I just met God where He told me to be at, so I could do all the things. But that's how I bring myself out of those moments of like this. I'm just so sick and tired of having to be the one to do all the things. I'm gonna have my little pity party. I give a time limit.
Yeah,
okay,
you
got
have
a whole little hour to have this little pity party.
You have to.
And then I take a nap because that's like my great reset.
Right.
And then I wake up like, all right, what am I about
what we
to
doing?
do? Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
The nap is a win.
It is.
And I rarely take them, but I think that's a good reset to implement. As this April, as we bring it back to that first question, what do you do?
Yes.
Like I could add that to something that because I do enjoy my rest.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't always get it or take it.
Yeah.
But what rest does is it does reset us.
Yep.
and even in the heat of emotions, then they're high and you might have a feeling of crying. Well, for me, it's a feeling of crying. For you, it might be an actual teardrop.
Mhm.
And so to be able to decide to lay it on down,
Yeah.
bring yourself some peace, some restoration,
Mhm.
and then come back and attack it, I think that's a different level.
Have you heard of the book The Nap Ministry?
No, but
Oh,
I
you
need to.
gotta read.
Yeah.
I'm serious. You have to read The Nap Ministry. Read
Mm.
it. Okay, that's one. And also, reason why I take a nap, right? So if I'm usually going to sleep because I've had to, like, something's happened, I got to figure something out, right? The answer comes to me in my
In your
sleep.
sleep.
And so that's what my Spanish teacher, she was like, clearly the spirit world is coming to you. Like, you obviously have a strong connection
Mm.
because you're getting the answer when you
When
go
you
to sleep.
rest. Yes.
When you rest, I go to sleep and then I wake up with an actual plan of action. I have a resounding peace. Like,
Yeah.
I at least know the first step to take. It might not be the full plan, but I am clear on the first step I need to take to resolve or
Uh-huh.
address this. Read the NAP ministry. It is essential, specifically to Black women, that we literally take the rest. So
Mm.
there's also another book, I believe by an Asian guy, who speaks about the value of rest and how rest is essential for you to be innovative, creative, come up with the ideas, the solutions to everything. It's not an option. It's literally out of necessity. And so in that and the NAP ministry, it's a whole movement actually. It's not just the book, it's a
I
whole
get it.
movement.
And I
But
felt it before you even told me it was a
yeah,
movement.
it's about, like, however you want to break bread. It's the Holy Spirit, spirit world, however, whatever works for you and
Right.
what you believe. That's where it happens. And so the Asian guy, he talks about it from a different perspective, but it's literally the same thing. And
Wow.
so we take it as something, sleep is for suckers. No, sleep is essential, not just to our bodies restore, but it's to help us connect in the realm of where the solutions and all those things are sitting
Yes.
at. And then
Yes.
you get to
Pull them
pull them
down.
down. And, they talk about rest is the revolution, specifically for Black women. The world,
Yeah.
the globe, the world is so used to us
I know.
working, and that the revolution is essentially us resting.
Can I also say that they're not only used to us working, 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 but I think that has probably been
The plan?
the plan is
Mhm.
to make us tired, because when we rest and come back fully restored and
It's
strengthened
crazy.
and have all of the downloads and the information that God has given us through the Spirit,
Yes.
through the rest,
Yes.
now we're more powerful than we were
Yeah.
before, which is the plan to make sure that we never access
Yeah.
that power and that. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tavia.
Yeah. It is that book. Um, I heard of the NAP ministry, and I actually had the book, didn't read it.
Okay.
My sorority sister turned around and gave me the book again.
Mm.
And it, once again, I don't mean to be redundant. When my mom passed, I just
It's
started
not
to search.
redundant.
It's like,
Yeah.
what do I do now? I
Right.
don't
Right.
know.
Right.
So I finally picked up the book
Yes.
and was like, oh.
Yeah.
And so I think my mom passed March 30th. For the rest of that year,
Mm-hmm.
all I did was focus on resting. That's all I did. Like, I did what I had to do,
Yeah.
and I just rested. And that's when I started, like, things just started. When I say I had to unearth and untangle things,
Yes.
that is where things started to become very clear. Like, oh, and I started to understand and see my mother in a different perspective. So rest is not just a cute thing. Rest is not just a thing we need to do because our bodies are like, we got to go to sleep. But it needs to be intentional rest. You have to give yourself the space
Yes.
to rest. That's when I started I don't take meetings before 10 a.m. In fact, I might change it to 11 a.m.
Right.
But then I started to put in these boundaries in my schedule.
Oh, yes. Boundaries.
And my schedule, like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing anything before this time.
Right.
Okay. It's on my calendar because I operate by my calendar. They're blocked off. Like, nope. So whenever people are like, we really need to meet, I'm only available
Between this time and
this
that
time and this time. Well, that doesn't work. Well, I don't know what to tell you
Right.
because this is when I'm
Yes.
available. So I just really want to urge, check out the book, NAP Ministry.
Absolutely. I'm about to throw it in.
and
Throw it in
just
the.
know.
Well, I'm gonna check Barnes and Nobles because, I'm trying not to Amazon
Or
things so quickly.
Audible.
Oh,
Because it's read
Audible.
by the author,
Okay.
and I like that too. Because I usually get the hard copy because I like to
Yeah.
take notes, and then I have the Audible so that when I'm driving somewhere, I can still be
Yes.
listening to the
Yes.
book. But it's read by her, and I like because you could hear,
The
you could feel
intensity.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I'm gonna get
mhm,
into that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So here's the thing.
Hmm.
We are going to have to do a part 2. Are you down for that?
I am down for part
I have
2.
more questions, and I feel like this is something that I don't want to rush through.
Yeah.
Because business is calling. I have to go to work, and
Business.
I
Yeah.
thank God for that. But at the same time, I want to revisit because I think that people
Mhm.
need this dialogue
Dialogue.
because it's just real.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the unfiltered, because social media will make entrepreneurship and everything, motherhood and entrepreneurship, and just evolving as a person like real sexy.
Right.
But I call it the messy middle.
It's
We
so
need more
messy.
of the messiness to become obvious. Not to say we don't have our together,
Right.
but more or less to say, look, yo, this is the reality of being the boss. This
Right.
is the reality of being a boss while having children.
Right.
This is the reality of being a part of the sandwich generation. This is the
This is
reality
it.
of what these things actually look like. And people need to see more of that story
I
and
agree.
less about the curated
Yeah.
thoughts.
It's so cute. It's
Yeah,
not.
it
It's
ain't.
heavy.
It's
Now
heavy.
it can produce cuteness.
Right? I was
Hello.
gonna say for
For
real.
real.
Yes.
But getting to that it is messy, and thank God we're alive
Yeah.
to continue the
Right?
conversation.
Because that's a
Right?
gift.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
To not have succumbed to the stress
Yep.
and the buildup and all the things that are happening to our Black women amidst trying to just produce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank God that we're here,
Yeah.
and able to tell you the truth
Yeah.
about the climb. And so we will put a part 2 together for sure because it's necessary. So thank you for coming to
Thank you for
Handle Her with
having
Care
me.
podcast again. And she will be back again for part 2 soon. We have to put that on the books. Subscribe and connect with me. Don't forget to sign up for more information as well on how to attend the Radiance Reset Retreat that will be in
Yes.
March now. We had to change the date, but in March now, 2027. So excited. It is going to be in Tulum. The details you can get through my website. Tavia, please give me your Instagram handle.
Yes, I'm Tavia.Wooley, Tavia.Wooley.
Okay. And that is on Instagram. And then what is your website? How can people schedule to come in to
Oh,
get?
yeah. So
Yes.
www.661 The Creator Space. You can book time. We will be launching memberships. Yes. If
Ooh.
you are like a work from home person
Yeah.
or you're an entrepreneur and you just need a place to come synergize with folks and in a co-working spaces and have access to the Print Copy Tech Center,
Yes.
event meeting spaces, 360 cameras, all the things. We will be opening up membership this month. So by the time this goes live, the membership will be live.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because I'm a member.
Yes.
Period. I'm just going to put it on auto draft because I'm going to be up in here. I be having things to do. And
She does, y'all.
I like
Because
to
she
do
a
it.
businesswoman.
I'm a businesswoman and I like to do it here because it's very warm.
Yes.
Very warm. And you'll see when you come on a tour, virtual tour, whatever you're putting out, I'm here for it. So you can also visit my website. I said it earlier, but I didn't give you the name. It's aprilmarieholland.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Handle Her with Care _podcast. And then you can also find me on my personal page if y'all want to dig a little deeper at ROXSTARR _life. That's Rockstar Life. Once again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. I love you. Have a super blessed week.
Yeah.
And don't forget to handle yourself with care. Love you. Bye.